Hey YouTube, it's Dawson Rider here with a review of the Ben 10 Omniverse feature figures Wave 2 featuring Ben, Crashhopper, and Forearms. Originally I thought this was actually going to come out quite a while ago, at least Crashhopper and Forearms, and they announced Ben later, but I guess they decided to release them all at once, so they'll all be in one video. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm not doing the packaging in this one because it's the same as the other one pretty much, and nothing really spectacular to go over about it. But anyway, let's go ahead and start with Ben. We'll start with the figure itself. These are obviously a larger class figure than the 4-inch Alien Collection. This guy doesn't really have any articulation at all. His main feature is just his feature figure thing, but the details on him actually look pretty good, I think. If we take a look at his head sculpt, it actually looks really cartoon accurate, I think. Maybe a little bit more devilish, but in general, though, between the hair and like the face sculpt, I think it looks really cartoon accurate and nice, and they got all the paint nice on it. Same goes for his shirt and stuff. Looks nice and cartoon accurate. You got some nice sort of folding effects here to make it look like it's an actual shirt. The Omnitrix is painted nicely. You can see the Omnitrix dial under here, and then the faceplate here. It is painted silver, which is incorrect because it's supposed to be white, which is kind of a bother. They're actually doing that on the figures now. But once again, down here, nice details. His pants are brown. There's nothing much to it, but you do have some nice little bits of folding effects, and the paint on the shoes is nice. So overall, he's a nice, cartoon accurate looking Ben figure. I think they captured the likeness of Omniverse Ben a lot better than the 4-inch scale figure. But so yeah, it's overall a nice figure. So his main feature is that he basically just slaps his Omnitrix, and you do that by squeezing his legs together. So you can see there, like that. You can just be like, it's hero time and stuff, and then you're just like that. You can also spank people, so you can be like Forearms. So that's fun. But so yeah, that's kind of a common feature. It's kind of a fun little thing for a few seconds to do that, and it's a feature that I guess makes sense. As for what he comes with here, you get this little stand which you can sort of put him on. He doesn't really fit on it that well because, you know, look, his leg radius, which comes attached to this little voice chip box like all of these feature figures do, which will not come off. And it has 2 sounds in it on its own, and then an additional sound when you plug it into the Deluxe Omnitrix. So let's go ahead and check out the sounds.
It's hero time.
So you have a signature, it's hero time.
It's hero time.
Repeats again.
I'm Ben Tennyson, wielder of the Omnitrix. I've saved the universe like 1 billion times.
Then you have that phrase.
It's hero time.
And then it just cycles back. It just kind of randomly cycles between those two. And then when you put it in the Omnitrix Touch, it will make a different sound when you press the button.
Thanks for the help, man, but I got this now. Thanks for the help,
That's
man,
all you
but
get.
I got this now.
That's what you get for it. Just one additional sound, and you don't even have to have the Omnitrix on, because mine is not on. So, that's about it for Ben. Next, we'll take a look at Crashhopper here. Pretty overused alien right now. So, taking a look at the figure, it's actually a really nice looking figure. I like it quite a bit. Like a lot of the 4-inch figures do, this actually captures the look of Crashhopper in the cartoon very well. I think it looks like I just ripped it out of the cartoon. His head sculpt is very well done. You got a lot of personality in there. They just did a good job with the likeness, with his eyes and his teeth and the paint, and I don't know, they just did a really great job of it. All the paint here on his main body is also really well done. Nice vibrant green, the white contrasts nice off of it. The Omnitrix is done very well. Very nice bright green color there. You got the white outline for it. Looks very show accurate. All of his legs and arms are all the same color, but very nicely show accurate, like I said. Just looks like you ripped it right out of the cartoon. He's a very nice looking figure just to have on the shelf. He does have a bit of articulation. His arms can go around 360, and obviously his legs are going to be able to bend for his features. And then he's on a nice little ball joint here for his head, so you can get some 360 movement and also some nice up and down movement, and he can actually get quite a bit of personality, which is nice. But so his main gimmick here, as you can see, is that he's got this sort of hingy gimmick because Crashhopper's power is bouncing. So basically, the way the instructions show you doing it is just pressing his back down, and you do that, and you can hop in various ways. He oftentimes falls back, but sometimes you can get him to do a little bit of a hop. But that's his gimmick. You can also like hold him down by his head if you want to get him to hop, and he just kind of hops forward, as you can see. Usually when you do it like with the instructions show, at least for me, has a tendency to fall back more so than if I do this, and he just kind of bounces forward. But so nothing too spectacular. I think they could have made the gimmick a little bit better, but I mainly actually just got the figure to have a nice Crashhopper figure, even though I'll get the 4-inch one. I just thought this one looked really nice. So once again, he does come with a stand. You can put him on. I really don't care for these stands, to be honest, other than looking like a Gen 1 Digivice. Here's his little voice box. I didn't really go over it in the other one. They're all the same, nothing to them. They're just this kind of black plaques here with the Omnitrix right here. So press it and you get two phrases like the other one.
I'm the only one here allowed to jump to conclusions. I'm the only one here. One leap for man, one giant leap for Crashhopper.
So those are his phrases. He sounds like a little baby version of Crashhopper in this one, whereas opposed to usually sounds like Spider Monkey to me. Alright, so let's plug it into the Omnitrix Touch, and here is his additional sound.
As they say, look before you leap. Get it?
So he's basically just got a bunch of corny phrases either way you slice it, whereas Ben's just got some more of his memorable quotes. Okay, so let's take a look at Forearms now. Forearms is one of the more sort of heavily redesigned aliens in Omniverse, and at first I didn't really care for it as much, but after seeing it in the show I actually really like his new design. Now this one I think actually is a good looking figure. I feel like it doesn't quite represent him that well in the show. Like it kind of makes him a bit bulkier the way his hands are, and like his body's a little more stretched out, whereas he's a little bit more slender in the show. So I feel like this one just makes him look a little more cartoonish. I know it's a cartoon, but it just looks a little different than it does on the show. He just looks a little bit more bulky. But that being said, it's a great cartoon looking figure. Like it does look like he ripped him out of a cartoon, even if I feel like his proportions are a little bit large. But his face has a lot of personality to it, which is really nice. He's got his nice mustache here in his eyes, and they did a good job with like the angry mouth kind of going up there like that. All the colors look very nice on him. The green colors for his clothes pop nicely. A good looking Omnitrix symbol there. So he's an overall nice looking figure in terms of that. He just looks a little bit like weird proportion wise compared to the way he actually appears in the show. Now his actual gimmick is by pressing this button you can get these fists to punch. So you just press this button and he just punches. Now I think this gimmick would have been a lot cooler if you could have both sides punch, especially since he's 4 arms. It seems weird to just have 2 of his arms punch. So it would have been kind of cool to have like a button on each side and then press like this, like you're doing a Rock'em Sock'em Robots type deal. So that's kind of lame in a way. But he's a pretty decent looking figure. Just wish he looked a little more accurate and his gimmick was a little bit more fun. But I still like him. Once again, you do get this Gen 1 Digivice type stand. And then here's his voice box with his phrases.
I'm armed and ready for battle. Stand back.
So those are his phrases on its own. And then now we will go ahead and plug it into the Omnitrix Touch.
Need a hand? How about 4?
Okay, and that's it for that. So overall, as I said in my previous review of this line, I do quite enjoy this line. I typically don't get into it, but because of these sound boxes that work with the Omnitrix and whatnot, and just generally liking the look of the figures, this time I got them. So I am quite enjoying this line, and I do like all 3 of these figures. If you had to get one out of these 3, I would say Crashhopper, just because I think he looks the best. I think Forearms is a pretty nice figure, and Ben's a pretty nice figure as well, but their gimmicks just don't do it for me. They're just kind of being amused for a few second ones. But as display pieces, they all 3 look pretty good, despite Forearms being a little bit pudgier. But like I said, if you had to get one, get Crashhopper. They're overall all 3 nice figures. I don't think you'll be disappointed with them, and you'll get some nice sound boxes, but they're not absolute necessities. I would maybe just go for the 4-inch line to save a bit of money. But so anyway, that is about it. Until next time, make sure you check out WritersRangersRambles.com for token news in the craziest way possible via the podcast. Until next time, this is Dawson Ryder signing out.